Tippy time my damies, Top Cat here and welcome back to the channel. Today's build is called the Death Tortoise. This build was originally patched out of existence a couple of weeks into Witch Queen. But thankfully Bungie had decided to give this build a second life thanks to a few changes to my baby, the Ruinous Effigy. And their new relationship with Volatile Flow, as the transmutation orbs can now transfer Volatile through its shield aura, all whilst done with the safety of invisibility. The orbs still debuff with weakening effects which will stop enemies in their tracks. They'll either die from the volatile blast or by slamming the transmutation sphere, whichever one comes first. The transmutation sphere does increase damage against foes that are affected by the weaken. I've been loving it against larger targets, as if the blast doesn't destroy them, the suppression gives you ample time to finish them off. Bungie have also made this so it doesn't just suppress in name only, it can now suppress overload champions. Now this ain't as easy as just point and shoot, but with near max invisibility uptime, this build will allow you to make the spear safely and to get those champ stuns. But this gift horse just keeps giving, as through the use of the volatile that this build easily produces, we can break barrier shields. So with this one weapon, it can swing both ways, stunning two types of champs. And with trace rifles being in the overcharge rotation for a bonus 25% extra damage, and a bi-weekly void overcharge in the vanguard, the effigy is not to be underestimated, with its weaken, suppression, and volatility capabilities. To build right into this, we're going to begin with the vanishing step. This simply is our invis dodge. This has the best cooldown for going invisible, and will allow us to utilize the Gyrfalcon's easy access to volatile. It's here that Stylish Executioner takes over to create us an endless loop of invisibility. When we defeat an enemy that has been weakened, suppressed, or is volatile, we will gain both invis and true sight, allowing us to get a kill with the volatile effigy, become invisible, pick up the spear with complete safety, debuff with the spear, kill, and go back invis for an easily repeatable death spiral even 25 light under. Reaper is going to feed us an orb for our first weapon kill after our dodge. We're heading that way for the spear anyway, so an easy pickup under the cover of invisibility. A void siphon will continue on from that to feed us orbs over multiple kills. This also works both for our shielding and our volatile explosions it creates with the transmutation sphere. We're going to take not one but two steps further. I'm double stacking shield break and I'm tossing in shatter orbs for good measure. One thing is to be said about this build, you'll never be shy of orbs. And we're going to use that to boost up our volatile timer to 13 seconds to dwarf the Gyrfalcons. And this extra volatile is necessary, as due to the recent dodge cooldown nerfs, it takes longer to get back, and we always want some access to our invisibility in order to keep that loop rolling on. Echo of Cessation will help with this, as by defeating volatile targets is going to create a void breach. Once collected, these will grant us class ability energy. One breach is about a third of your class ability energy. I'm currently only running about 50 mobility on this build because Stylish Executioner is our main source of invisibility. These breaches are sufficient at restoring my dodge ability when it is required. Echo of Starvation, by picking up either a void breach or a noble power, of which are both in constant supply, our little old void hunter will have devour. That way, for those brief moments that we are visible, it won't be hard for us to top up our health back to full. Echo of Expulsion will cause our void ability final blows to explode, making our volatile pop that much more, along with our other abilities such as our grenades and our supers. Echo of Vigilance, by defeating a target when your shields are depleted, is going to grant us a temporary overshield. This might seem a tad overkill, but I like unkillable. Time Dilation will increase our armor charge from 10 to 15 seconds each charge. 3 stacks of Void Weapon Surge to milk out every last ounce out of our effigy. With 3 stacks of armor charge, we're going to have 20% extra void damage for 45 seconds. I've done this as this build is not the hare, rather the tortoise. A tortoise who slowly leeches the life from his foes, whilst also ensuring that I keep my damage buff for every troop deployment. Void Dexterity to make our shooting and dunking more seamless. I'm double stacking special ammo finders, triple stacking void reserves. I'm running a double special build, but not once have I run out of special ammo with this. It's because this trace rifle build, unlike others, is about utilizing the spare to kill, so you don't actually use that much ammo. I'm running a void heavy to piggyback off of all that extra void damage, so I can still do in-game damage when it is required. Anyway mate damies, that is the build for today. I'll make sure to leave a dim in the description below. Thumb it if you liked it, feel free to comment down below if you've got any questions or suggestions, and until next time, tippy time my damies, what a tie.